Oh, hello. I don't know why that every time I do a video, I feel like I have to put perfume on, like you're gonna smell me, but I do. I don't know why. Anyway, I get this at Sephora. This is called Sol Genero or something, 59. Beautiful smell. Can you smell it? Can you guys smell it? That's what I do. Don't ask me why. So hello, girls. Hello, my posse. So good to see you. Thank you for coming by for my update. Maybe I won't do one for a while, but yeah, I probably will because I got other things going on. But welcome to my channel. Welcome back to listening to me. And I'm so glad that you're all here. And I just wanted to say hi to Kat Carol, hi to Cookie, hi to Jean Jacobs, hi Diana, thank you for praying for me and watching over me. Hi Gina Lici. Gina Lici actually lives in my neighborhood. She had a store called Diggs, and it was a consignment store for all antiques, which is most of my antiques that you see around my house I bought from Gina's place. And Gina sold her store, and I know you don't know where she's at. Oh, I'm telling you anyway. But she sold her store, and I haven't been in to the new owners yet, but she had the most incredible things there. Every time I went in there, I bought either a bird or, I could show you, maybe one day I'll take you for a tour and I'll show you all this stuff. But hi, Gina, so glad that you're here. And Sonia Clark, thank you for always being here. She's been with me for a long time. Gail Mattingly, hi, sweetheart. I get your cards. Thank you so very much. I so appreciate you. And Helen, I appreciate you so much with all your prayers. They've really helped. All your prayers have helped. I think one day maybe I'll just do a video and just mention all your names. It'll be a long video, but so many of you have been with me. I feel like I need to mention you all because you've all been part of my journey here, my cancer journey, whether I do wigs, whether I talk about life, whether I talk about this, that, the other thing, or get sidetracked, which you seem to like. But anyway, your prayers, Cookie was telling me yesterday in a message, she sent me a message, and how God answers prayers. And I'm telling you, I was always a believer of it, but I was never the recipient of I can't say that because I've prayed a lot in my lifetime, but a recipient of something so significant and health-wise for myself as I've experienced with all of you praying for me. It's a miracle. So I have to tell you that I've had many CAT scans, many MRIs, many chest x-rays, many back x-rays. I've had blood drawn until I should be white like my shirt from losing all the blood. I've had so many probings. I've had my thoracentesis done in my back, my lungs drained. I just had them drained last Friday. I do have to go tomorrow for my left side to have drained. Nobody really knows why my lungs are filling up with fluid, but the fluid that's coming back from the labs, it's not cancerous. So why they're filling up, I don't know. But anyway, I've had so many things done, and I've had a series of things done a couple of weeks ago. So I went to my oncologist, which I go every 8 weeks. I go to see him, and he keeps track of me. And the last couple of times I've had my CAT scans done, and I went in to see him, and he said, well, Barbara, nothing new is growing. There's no new growth. Everything is kind of stagnant. So everything looks good. And so I said, well, that's good. So myself, I said I was probably in remission, but he never told me the actual words that, hey, Barbara, you're in remission, until last Thursday. So I went to see him last Thursday. I know, are you applauding for me and praying for me right now? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I went to see him last Thursday, and he told me, he said, I've looked at all your scans, all your MRIs, I've looked at all your lab work, just had it done a couple weeks ago. I've looked at your CAT scans, I've looked at everything that you've had done, all the fluid from your lungs. You have no cancer that we can determine. everything is just clear. The breast mass that you had isn't even visible on the CAT scan or the MRI. He said, so I am quite confident in telling you that you are in remission. And I thought, oh my God, praise God, right? I mean, and all the people who support me, praise them, because I don't know, I just picture God up there going, oh, there's another prayer coming for Babsy. Let's go. But I believe it with all my heart that God answers prayers. And I thank you for curing me too, because if it wasn't for you and prayers, and like I told you before, I go back and I I read your comments over and over again, the ones where you pray for me, and I absorb them. And I'm so grateful that you're here with me. I'm just blessed, that's all. So I did ask him though, because some of some of the gals that I've mentioned here, I've emailed, and you do know, oh, I got a hair in my eye of all things. I can't see what I'm saying. Wait a minute. Okay. What was I saying? Sidetracked. Oh my gosh, what was I saying? What was I going to say? Hold on. Yeah, oh yeah, that's what I was saying. But anyway, some of you know the pain that I'm in. My back pain is just really kind of some days unbearable. I can't get to the store like I want to. I don't know, it's just really, really bad. It's upper back, mid back, like where your kidneys would be, but it's not my kidneys. I mean, I've had them x-rayed and scanned and, whatever you can think of, and it's not my kidneys. So it's been really tough. And I asked the doctor, I said, I'm grateful that I'm in remission, but how can I be in remission and be in this much pain? It's baffling to me. And he said, you got to remember, he said, first of all, you've had probing back there, you've had needles stuck in your back for your lymph nodes to see if your lymph nodes, have cancer in them. And they did at the beginning, a year and a half ago when I was first diagnosed. My lymph nodes had cancer. We had cancer of the lymph nodes, as you know, and of the spine. I had lesions all over my spine. And my lesions on my spine, too, were like, I think they said the word diffused, because I had one here, one here, one here, one here, one here. So there weren't a straight line of tumors where they could have done that kyphoplasty that they did on my husband, where they go in and they cement up the holes that were left from the lesions. They couldn't do that because it was all over my spine. So I wasn't a candidate for that. But he said, because I've had needles in my back and needles through practically my spine, and I've had radiation all around my spine and my chest for the breast cancer. I've had MRIs, I've had CAT scans, I've had so many things done to my poor little petite body that he said from all the tests that I've had that have caused maybe some nerve damage, and it might be something that I have to just live with or find a way around it, rest when I'm in pain, take pain pills when you can't stand it, because he knows I'm not a real big person for pain pills, but yeah, I have to when they get really bad. But, he's probably right. I've been probed a lot, and I think for those of you that have gone through any cancer treatment and you're still feeling pain of something and you don't know why and you're scared, I mean, I guess it's not the time to be scared, because when you think about it, your cancer journey involves a lot of treatment, a lot of treatment care, and that treatment care can be numerous things. You can have chemotherapy. I never had the actual chemo. I'm on the pills, but I never actually had a port put in and had chemotherapy in me, which maybe they thought it was too late. I don't know, because my cancer was pretty bad. I was stage 4, girls, stage 4 breast cancer. My tumor on my breast was probably that big. So stage 4 is not always the best, but you look at me. I mean, stage 4 breast cancer, metastasized to my spine, my lymph nodes, and I mean, here I am. And I'm enjoying this here I am moment, but it is definitely a miracle. But because you go through all that, and the treatment plans are so different for all of us, and you think about radiation, or you think about, oh, sometimes you don't think, well, a CAT scan wouldn't make me have back pain, or MRI wouldn't do anything, or, needles in my back wouldn't hurt anything. But, they hit nerves. I mean, even when they put that, what'd they call it? They didn't call it a port. Maybe they did. When I came home from the hospital and Denny had to do the IV for my jaw, which we'll get into in a minute, but he had to do the IV for my jaw pain that put the antibiotics in. I mean, that was a port, and they did an ultrasound, and they had to watch where the nerves were to not hit them when they put the port in that he had to put the IV in. I hope all that makes sense. I'm rambling, I know sometimes. But anyway, but I'm trying to make a point is like you have so many different things done to your body that don't be afraid when you have pain, because you're bound to have pain. I mean, I'm alive. That's the best thing, and I'm in remission, and that's the best thing. And I guess I'm bound to have pain when I've had so many probings and so many things done to my body. So if you're going through that and you're in pain, or maybe you have a pain somewhere different even than where your actual cancer is, I think they call that referred pain. Like sometimes you can get a pain, this is a bad analogy maybe, but you get a pain on this side of your jaw, but this side of your face is hurting. But this is called a referred pain that's referred from the pain here. And same with your back. You can get maybe something happen here, but then you got a shoulder pain here, but that's called referred pain. And it's just all incorporated into this pain, but it's referred to that pain. Like, hey, buddy, I'm referring my pain to you for a while because I'm tired of this side. I don't know, bad analogy. But, that's what it is basically. So you're going to go through those things, and it is kind of frightening. And even when he told me I was in remission, it was like frightening. Well, why am I in all this pain if I'm in remission, But after he explained it to me, I can understand it. I really can understand it. And then, of course, I had bone cancer, so let's not forget that. And then they gave me that Zometa, and the Zometa caused the jaw necrosis, which my jaw is deteriorating. So that's a whole other diagnosis that comes along with the treatment plan for cancer. And my doctor, my oncologist, when he heard that I had an abscess in my mouth, he stopped the Zometa immediately. So as I was doing my research on this Zometa, it can cause necrosis. I mean, there has been some lawsuits over it. It's been that bad. So it was something I wasn't anticipating. I didn't even have that many infusions of the bone Zometa, put in for my bone cancer. I only had a few, and it did this, and my whole jaw is deteriorating, and that's scary to me. That's a whole other thing. That's when I was in the hospital. I went in June 2nd, and I didn't come out till almost the end of June. My lung had collapsed from the thoracentesis, for one thing, but the main thing was the excruciating pain that I had in my jaw and my face. I mean, I told you the last video that when they came in to see me right away, they always said, "What's your pain level from 1 to 10?" And I would be so mad. Well, not mad, but I'd always catch them in the door, and I'd go, 14! Before they asked me, because it wasn't like a 14. The jaw pain was unbearable, and I ended up getting this big lump under here. And then they started to get scared because you can get sepsis or anything. You get an abscess that bad running through your body. It's not easy to deal with. So I had a great doctor who was the infectious disease doctor who came in and diagnosed the problem and put me on an antibiotic, which was very difficult because I have a list like this of antibiotics that I'm allergic to. That's Dolores, the baking diva, saying hi to me. We talk every day. But anyway, she lost her husband. She's really having a hard time, bless her heart. Throw some prayers her way. It's really tough. She's just not having a very good few months here, losing her husband. And the first of everything is always the worst. The first, they did things on Halloween. Christmas is coming up, and she's fearful of that. So say some prayers for Dolores, the baking diva, on here. I would appreciate it. She's a wonderful girl. She's helped me so much through my journey. Anyway, sidetracked. Anyway, the infectious disease doctor found an antibiotic that worked for me, and I could tell like the second day of receiving that antibiotic through the IV that the lump in my jaw and my neck was going down, so I knew it was working. So by the time they released me, I was probably a 5 in pain here, and by the time I got home and my husband got done with the antibiotics, it was pretty much subsided. It's still pretty tender in here, but I'm going to a big Henry Ford Hospital here in Michigan. I go on the 26th of September, so pray for me. And they're going to look at it and tell me what they're going to do with it, because when your jaw's deteriorating, I'm not really sure what they're going to do with it. So that's why I told you I had these teeth in here. And thank you to my gal. I'm sorry I missed your name. Put it in the comments if you're watching. She told me to put, because my teeth were sliding all over the patient. I was lisping, and then I had another gal on here. Oh God, was it Pinky? Who was that told me that I sounded like? Here's looking at you, kid. I was like, with my lisp, because I was lisping, because these teeth are only laying there because the jaw is deteriorating and they no longer fit. So then there's that. But anyway, you guys make me laugh sometimes with your comments. You really are funny. You put me in a good mood. I like your comments because some of you are just, you really crack me up. But anyway, that is what I have going on as far as that goes. So I'm not happy about this whole necrosis thing. I don't know, somebody told me, well, what would you have done if you would have known in the beginning and not done the infusion? What would have happened to the bone cancer? So it's like 6 of one and a half does the other. What do? Do you refuse it and then let your bone cancer take over? Or do you take a chance and do it? Because, it's kind of 1 in, I don't know what they said, 1 in 500,000 or something that get this necrosis. I don't know, but I'm the one that got it. So go figure. Anyway, so I have that to deal with now. So we got ourselves in remission, which is good, but now we have this necrosis to deal with. So, in your free time, look it up. It's a pretty bad thing to have happen over something that cures something else, but then something else happens. And it's like backtracking a little bit, but it was like when I went to, Denny took me to the emergency room, because I wasn't feeling good. I wasn't breathing right. I just was off sorts, and I didn't know why. So he took me to the emergency room, and they did an x-ray and they examined me, and it's really good, our emergency room I have over here. It doesn't belong to my St. Joseph Mercy Hospital that I go to, who has saved both me and Denny a few times. But anyway, he's the one that told me that my right lung was collapsed, and he sent me to St. Joe's by ambulance because of the collapsed lung that he saw. So that's how I got to the hospital in the first place. And that's where they found this humongous abscess in my jaw. I knew I had pain, and even for my 50th anniversary, when my kids came to town and we had that party, I was in such pain, girls. I couldn't hardly eat. It was just awful. So I knew something was wrong. Anyway, long story short, sometimes you go get treated for something and then they find something else, and that something else that could have probably killed you, I suppose, with sepsis or who knows, end up curing it. So, and finding the root of the problem. So that was just a wonderful thing kind of that happened, even though it wasn't very pleasant being in the hospital 3 weeks. But at least they found what it was and they treated it, and the pain has gone away, and that was the best thing. So, and the lung that collapsed on the right side was due to the drainage, which is called the thoracentesis. If you hear me say that word, that's what it's called. So that was from that, and it's a side effect that can happen when you get your lungs drained. So now when I get them drained, I'm kind of leery about it now, but anyway, but it has to be done. So that's my good news and kind of my bad news with my jaw, but we'll deal with that after September 26th. I'll keep you posted on that. So I just wanted to tell you my good news, and because you're all part of me now, you're all part of my journey. I want to make sure that you're all caught up and that you know what's going on, and I'm here for you, and you're here for me, and I so appreciate you. And we'll see now what's going on with my jaw, and I'm just happy now, like I say, that I'm in remission and life is good, and the medication that they gave me must be wonderful. My doctor was telling me that this one medication I'm on, Verzenio I'm on, is some lady's been on it 10 years. She was on it before it became Verzenio. I think it was called something else, and then they replaced it with Verzenio, but it's the same stuff in it, I think he said. But she's been on it for 10 years and still around. So whoever decided to put me on that, I'm grateful. So they know by your labs and different things and what's wrong with you, they know what. I'm talking like a real Italian now with my hands, ain't I? I can see them in the monitor there. My hands are going like crazy, so I'm either excited or the Italian's coming out. I don't know which one. But anyway, I'm telling you, they know what to give you, but they do know what to give you according to, your treatment, what you need, and you just put your faith in the doctors as best you can. And like I say, the only thing left for me to do now is gain weight. I gained 5 pounds. That's all I could do. When I went to the doctor, I hope he's not listening, or his staff, because some of them listen, I put a rock in my pocket. So I'd be a little heavier because I didn't want them to know that I was so skinny. I know, isn't that bad? Anyway, I had this rock. It only weighs a pound or two, but anything helps. But I'm still trying to pick up. I'm still trying to eat 3 meals a day, trying to do my Ensure. And the weight thing is still a problem. I'm working on it. So that's about it on that. So thank you for being with me on my cancer journey. And I do have a couple of reviews coming up, videos. I've got a wig review. Oh my gosh, I've had this wig for a few weeks, and I haven't worn it because I don't want to cut it or do anything until I review it to you. I like to review them first before I even wear them or cut them, so you can see what they're like. But she's a cutie. She's from Paula Young. It starts with an H. That's all I'm going to tell you. And she's adorable, and the color is beautiful. And I can't wait to review it so I can actually wear it. So I've got that coming up in a couple of days, I hope. And I got a video. My Bella did a video. Oh my gosh, she did a video. She wanted to make cinnamon rolls for you guys. She has a recipe that she makes all the time of these homemade cinnamon rolls that she rises and does all this stuff. I think she got the recipe from Pinterest. And it is so delicious. And she said, please, Nana, can I do a video for your subscribers on these cinnamon rolls? They're going to love them. So I let her have the camera, and it was, God love her little heart, she came over on the day that I think I was the sickest with my pain. I was so sick. I was hunched over like this. I couldn't even breathe. And I said, I just was pretending like I was okay because she was so excited to do this video. But the problem I had was I gave her the camera to do it, and she was in the kitchen, and some of the segments are really long, and then some were short, and then she shut the camera off, and then she started it, then she shut the camera off, and then she started it, and then another time she let it run, and she was talking, and we were talking, and it took me probably 3 weeks to edit that. It really did. So when you see it, the cinnamon roll one by Bella, please give her some views. We worked really hard on that video. And the cinnamon rolls are really good. And then we forgot the ending. We forgot to do an ending. And I don't know if we forgot to do, I think we did the beginning, but we forgot so much because she was so excited to do the video. So give her some applause and some views, because she worked really hard on those. Oh my gosh, and they're so good. Anyway, so that's all I got for you today. And this is a little kimono. I was going to review them for you. I got these from Amazon. This is one of them. Let's see. Isn't it cute? I've got probably 5 of them, and I'll wear them one day. I'll do just a quick little fashion show, just put them on, change the top, show you how cute they are, what you can do with them and what you can wear with them. So that's it for me, girls. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you're as excited as me. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for loving me so much. And I do my best to answer everybody that I can on comments. If I can't answer, oh, there goes the lisp again. If I can't answer, I at least give you a heart to let you know that I have read them over and over again, probably. So until next time, till my other 2 videos, you'll see them coming up shortly. I may do the cinnamon one first because I think it's almost done editing. Oh my gosh. I just have to look at it a couple more times. It'll probably have some mistakes in it, but that's what makes it fun. So I'll see you again really soon. Oh, and I'll update you on Denny. He's not doing so well. He goes for an MRI tomorrow night. And he's had 2 back surgeries, and something went awry. And I don't want to say it's the doctor's fault, because God forbid, but something is not right there. And so he gets his other MRI. That's the 4th one. We had a hard time getting that approved by the insurance company because it's the 4th MRI he's had, but they approved it. And he gets that, like I said, tomorrow night. It's repeat and repeat time, girls, repeat and repeat. And then we'll know what's going to happen from there, whether he's got an inflammation back there, whether something's going on since the last surgery. We don't know, but he's just been a mess in pain. It's terrible. So that's it for me. This household, I don't know. Good thing we love each other because we keep busy and try to have the best fun we can, which is what you should do. Have the best time that you can, because you never know what tomorrow brings. Because look what Wednesday brought me Thursday, and Thursday brought me remission. So I love you, girls. Take care of yourself. Be the best version of yourself that you can be, even in pain. Fix yourself up. You'll feel much better. Love you. Bye-bye.